Hi, 5th September, the birthday of teacher and former President of India, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, is celebrated as Teachers' Day in India. Whether the students remember the teacher or not for the entire year, on this day, all teachers receive a couple of messages from all the students. And on this occasion, I would like to narrate two small incidents that inspired me and remained in my memory. All students have the same question across generations. They keep asking the same question. Why do we have to study something outside the main curriculum, outside the core curriculum? What is the point? And the same question was asked to a teacher once. And she did not answer the students right away. She did not even start a debate. There was no discussion or no convincing done in the class. Instead, she asked the students to come for an extra session on a Sunday. And she said that they need not worry about lunch, they need not bother about carrying tiffin boxes, and that she would provide the lunch. The students were very happy, and she, being a very popular teacher, there was 100% attendance in the class that day. And after she delivered a 1.5 hour lecture, it was time for lunch. And then from out of her car, she got a big dabba of puris. Puri is a sort of Indian bread. And then she took out the plates and served puri, just puri, to all the students in the class. The students waited for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Nothing else was coming. And the teacher sat back, and happily relaxed. And the students asked, "Ma'am, how are we supposed to eat the bread or the puri just like that? We need some accompaniment, a side dish. It doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense as a lunch." And then she smiled and said, "Why not? When we can make do in education by just reading the core curriculum and not read anything outside, why can't we have just the main course or the main dish?" The students were stunned. They understood what she was trying to convey. And then they apologized to her. And immediately after, she got 2 big dabbas of curry and chole and served the students a sumptuous meal, and also an understanding of why it is necessary for us to study things beyond the stipulated or beyond the prescribed curriculum. This incident, the teacher in this incident is Professor Pramada Devi, late principal of Women's College, Koti in Hyderabad. I never happened to meet her, but this incident of hers was related or narrated to me by a colleague of hers, and ever since I remembered this incident and wanted to share it with you. The other incident is, as a child, I had a great fear of mathematics and physics. I still do have that fear a little. It's not that I mastered it and I overcame the fear. I still do have the fear. But then my teacher of physics in 11th grade told me a small story. I was very fascinated with stories, and she narrated a small story, which I always think when I'm afraid to do something new. And the story goes like this. There was once upon a time a very powerful Raja. And around his fort, he got a huge compound wall built and installed big iron gates to protect it. And then he proclaimed in his kingdom that whoever can open those iron gates will be given the position of the prime minister in the kingdom. Many villagers and people from other kingdoms also came, and then they saw the height and the enormous nature of the iron gate, And they just thought, no, it is impossible for one man to break open or to even open these gates. And they just stood there and they went back. And the king waited and waited and waited. And one day, a young man who was thin and who was probably not well fed came and just touched the iron gates and gave it a gentle push. And lo and behold, the gates opened. All he had to do was just give it a gentle push, just touch it a little and open it. And the gates opened and he became the prime minister of the kingdom. And she told me that all I have to do is take the textbook into my hand and without fear, just turn to the first page and read the first paragraph. And that will help me overcome my fear. So, to all the students out there, no subject is beyond your capability. You just have to gently push the iron gate. And to all the teachers out there, happy Teachers' Day. And thanks to all my teachers, especially my English teacher, Miss Rose, and my physics teacher, Miss Lalita, and to all the other teachers because of whom I'm here today. Happy Teachers' Day to you. Thank you.